the Aztecs were, like, they had a lot of power in the Puebla area back, 500 years ago. And so today you find a lot of people in Puebla that are still, I wouldn't say that they're like always boasting about the fact that they're descended from the Aztecs, but you can tell, like, you go onto buses and the buses a lot of times are covered, like, the insides have a lot of stickers, so you can tell, like, the person's point of view. You'll see everything from, like, sometimes they'll have their prayer beads, or like the prayer, like the prayer of the bus driver, different things saying, like, please keep us safe and help me to drive this carefully and not get any accidents. But then you'll also see, like, a lot of times you'll see a poster that says, like, orgullosamente Azteca, which is proudly Aztec, with like this picture of this massive, like, really ripped Mexican guy with an Aztec headdress on. And so you can see they're still pretty proud of the fact that they're descended from the Aztecs. And a lot of people today in the area, they'll still learn Aztec words. It's pretty much a dead language. Like, most people that speak Nahuatl, the Aztec language, also learn how to speak Spanish. But you'll find in some of the more remote towns, you'll find that parents still teach their children how to speak the language, or you'll find bilingual schools where they will learn Spanish as well as Nahuatl. And that made for an interesting time, because a lot of times in those areas, if a person didn't want to speak to the missionaries, then they would just start speaking to Nahuatl, and it was a easy sign for us to know they don't want to listen, so just walk away. But I had a companion who had talked with one of the members who spoke both languages, and had given us a couple of, like, a few small things. I can't remember any of the words off the top of my head, but they were just some basic things. The language is difficult, so it'd be being able to string together a sentence probably would take more knowledge of the language than I would know. But she taught us basic words, like how to say, I think the word for Jesus Christ was Toteoschi or something like that. I think, like, Tiange, I think, was how you say church. And you used to find a lot of Aztec words being used around the area, like a lot of fruits and vegetables in Mexico. If they are, like, native to the area or native to Mexico, you'll find that they still use the Nahuatl word, like the word, like, turkey, for example. In Spanish, turkey would be pavo, but in a lot of people in Puebla will still call it by its Nahuatl name, which is guajolote. And so it took me close to a year probably to finally realize that guajolote was the word that they would use, and so I would have to get used to hearing them talking about how they were going to have guajolotes. And there was also fruits and vegetables. I can't think of any right now as well, because they were words that I would hear once or twice and then never again, because I don't routinely ask for some of those fruits and vegetables. But there's even other words, like, I've been taking a class this semester where we learned about Spanish words that come from the Aztec language, and they're like words like chocolate and tomato come from the Nahuatl language. And so it still has a fairly strong effect around the world, because we use those words on a daily basis.